Hey guys, it's GameFace here and welcome back to episode 6 of my Leeds United career mode. Now today, I've got a few more games to play. I think we're currently in the middle of an international break type thing, so I don't really know what the next game is. Let's have a little look. It is against Wolves. In fact, we haven't had an international break. It's not as long as I thought. It's against Wolves, so we've got Charlton, then West Ham in the Cup, which should be a really interesting match, and then Blackburn. But first of all, thank you very much for the support in the previous episode. If we could try and hit 15 likes on this video, then that would be really appreciated, and thank you so much for the support on the Arsenal career videos as well that went out yesterday. Let's go with the episode though and sim towards the Wolves match. Now, I think we're currently 7th, is it, in the league? Something like that, which isn't too bad. Sorry, 9th actually in the league, a little bit further down than I thought, but we're still doing pretty well, above mid-table, which is pretty good, and we're trying to get into those promotion places, hopefully, through the playoffs, if not through the automatic positions, which at the moment looks a little bit unlikely, but we are on 11 points, 7 behind first place, so it'll be some tough games coming up, but we do have this one against Wolves, like I say. First of all, though, I'll give you a quick rundown on the different players I've been scouting. Okay, the first one is Mbolo. Now, all of these players, or the majority of them anyway, have been suggested by you guys in the comments. This guy looks an absolutely amazing player. If we get promoted into the Premier League, he's the first guy I'm going to buy. He looks absolutely fantastic on this FIFA. Look at his pace. He's 6'1" as well, and looks really talented. I need to get him in desperately. We've also got Sandro as well from Barcelona, which I nearly got on transfer deadline day, but the 20 grand a week wage kind of put me off. The fact that he's on 20 grand a week and Mbolo's on 15 doesn't really make much sense at all to me. But anyway, he looks like a talented player again. We've also got James Wilson and Brandon Barker. Is it Barker? Yeah, it is. But James Wilson, not quite as good as the other players I've looked at, and same with Brandon Barker, but again, still could be potentially very good players, those two. Let's go with the Wolves game now, though, and I'm not really too sure whether to play this one. It depends where they are in the league, and they are currently 19th, so I think it's a game I'm going to be simming. We are at home, and it is a match that we probably should be winning against Wolves, so I'll change around the team slightly, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, this is the team we're going to be putting out for the match. The brilliant thing about this side now is it's getting so competitive in the team. All the players are really good overalls for the Championship anyway, so it's getting really competitive now, the side I'm going to have to put out. And that is it, pretty much. That is the team I've gone for. Dwight Gale in behind NG. Really good partnership, I think, that one. Plenty of pace up there, also just very young players as well. Dwight Gale, I think, 24 now, but still very young. And let's get on with the Wolves game. Let's see if we can try and beat them. Try and maybe get a goal or two in this game, but it's going to be a tough match. They've not done too well in the last 3 games, though, so maybe it'll be in our favour, even though we've just conceded in the second minute and we're losing 1-0, which isn't particularly good, is it, really, to start things off. But let's hope he actually gets sent off during the game. Into the second half now. We're still losing 1-0. This isn't really going to plan at the moment. We need to find a goal from somewhere. Surely NG and Dwight Gale have got enough overall-wise to get us a goal. Dwight Gale does, and it's now 1-1. Skip, and it finishes 1-1, sadly. So we didn't manage to get the winning goal there, but we did manage to get ourselves a point, but not particularly good. The gap's starting to open up now between us and QPR. It's 3 points now, but above that, it's kind of a bit tighter than that. So when we eventually get up to QPR and Nottingham Forest's points, then I think we'll get a little bit closer to moving up some more places at that point. So we'll move on to some player drills and try and change things around a little bit with these drills. See what sort of players I need to start upgrading more, and I'm back in a minute. Okay, these are the 5 players I've gone for. I decided to chuck in Silvestri this time, which I don't tend to do, but let's just simulate all of them. They are all medium difficulty, so it should be an interesting one to see how they do. A, B, B, C, B. Okay, now that is kind of proving a little bit of an experiment that I've been doing, where if you put them all on the same difficulty, they tend to do quite well. And again, it's just been proven. I've done it in a few videos. I think I might have actually done it off camera. I can't remember now. But basically, if you put them all silver, I've not really tried with the other difficulties, but if you put them all silver, then you actually get some decent grades. I don't know whether that's a thing or whether it's just a coincidence. But anyway, we did get some decent upgrades there. No attributes that get fully upgraded, but we did still get some progress. And Charlie Taylor wants to say thank you for selecting him so often. To be honest, it's quite an easy choice. He's doing really well at the moment, and he's our best left back, so it kind of makes sense. Belushi is relieved, boss. Yeah, he's not getting much of a game at the moment, so I'm surprised that he's actually happy. Oh my god, we've got a lot of emails to look through. Again, these are more players that you guys have suggested. I'll go through them in a minute, but look at this. Player returns from injury. Alex Mowat's finally back. Brilliant news for us. He will slot straight into our midfield once he's fully fit. Let's have a look at the players I've been scouting though. We've got Maya, who we all know is a fantastic youngster and someone that'll be an absolute dream to get into the team. Whether we can, I'm not really too sure. We'll have to see if we get promoted into the Premier League. Also, Simeone is it? Or Simon Scuffet, 72 overall, 19 years old, looks really good and could quite easily be Silvestri's replacement. Italian and just is better than him really, isn't he? And he's 5 years younger. So we'll have a look at these other players as well. We've got Mendy, who could be an interesting player. 40 grand a week is quite expensive, and this guy's on 50 as well. But still look really talented players. Who else I showed you? I think that's it other than Tielemans, is it? Tielemans? But yeah, let's have a look at him. He's 76 overall and on 10 grand a week, so he looks like an affordable player, although saying that his value is actually fairly high. So it depends how much money we get really if we get promoted into the Premier League. And also this goalkeeper as well, 70 overall, but he's 6'5". That's the main reason why I wanted to have a look at him. And yeah, he's relieved about not being replaced, even though he has been replaced, so that makes sense. Okay, now I've got the game against Charlton. This is the team I'm going to be putting out. It's pretty much exactly the same as the previous team I put out, except Botaka starts on the left, and that is instead of Buckley, who drops to the bench. I just want to try and rotate things around a little bit. Alex Moore also starts this game as well, so that is a little bit of a risk, but one that I wanted to take. I think he could be a really good player for us, despite him not being fully fit. I'm hoping the strikers are good enough as well to get us some goals in this game. We are, I believe, still on world-class difficulty. I did push it up in the previous episode. Hopefully that all goes to plan in this one. Let's see how we do. We're going to play this match, then play the West Ham game afterwards, and hopefully we can win both of them. Come on, Dwight Gale. I really want a good performance from him today. Played for Crystal Palace at the weekend. It kind of demonstrates he's still in their plans, which is quite surprising because I think there was a bid from... I can't remember who it was actually that put in a bid. It was like £7 million or something. Dwight Gale did nearly move, but in the end stayed at Palace, and that doesn't really surprise me. I think he's a talented player, Dwight Gale. Hopefully he can be very good for us. I'd like to see him get some more goals. He started off very well in the last episode. Let's see how he does against Charlton. Botaka, here we go. Let's see whether we can cut inside here. Looked really good for Leeds at the weekend. Botaka! Oh, probably should have done a little bit better actually. I thought that one was off in, but in the end it did just go wide. And that is it for the first half. We are still drawing the game 0-0. Not too much to show you guys because it has been a bit of a sloppy game and really just one that's kind of been all in the middle of the pitch. I'm trying to get used to obviously playing a world class at the moment still, so that probably explains it a little bit. We are going to go for a more attacking formation in this second half and go with actually a 4-4-2 formation, so two strikers rather than just the one with a centre attacking mid. And I think I'm going to take off Alex Moore. I want to go a little bit more defensive. I obviously don't want to make sure he picks up an injury again. So we are going to go Murphy in the middle alongside Lewis Cook, and hopefully that improves things. If not, then we might have to look to maybe Chris Wood or someone like that to bring on later on. Oh, the defender's had an absolute howler there. Straight to Dwight Gale and NG. Believe it or not, that was a shot. Yeah, it looked like a cross of some sort, but that was actually a shot on his left foot. Oh, it's a ball through here. Charlton with a good chance. It's gone out wide and Baradi's been completely done. Good save by Silvestri onto the post though. And I think we might need to make another change soon. Yep, the next change is here. We are going to take Dwight Gale off. I know it might seem a bit of a strange one because he has scored quite a few for us recently, but he's the he's the most tired of the players, and he has the least pace. So I'm kind of going to go with that. Hopefully Chris Wood can provide us some needed height up front, and maybe that'll work in our favour. Who knows? Oh, it's Murphy. Oh, I thought that might have gone in the bottom right-hand corner there, but it was saved. We need to get these subs on, otherwise it's not going to have any chance to make an impact. So we're just going to hoof it out of play and get Chris Wood on. Lewis Cook's won it back. Oh, it's through to NG. This is the play that we wanted to get the ball through to. NG on his left foot. Oh, it wasn't. It was his right foot. Oh, my days. That was our best chance, I think, of the game. Oh, no, it's through here. Oh, what a save from Silvestri. He has saved us there. There's only 1 minute added on time, so even if we do clear this, we're not going to have a decent chance to go forward before the referee blows his whistle. Let's give it a go though. I'm expecting him to blow it, and he has. It's finished 0-0. Not the most entertaining game I will ever have in this series. Yeah, not the greatest, but I'm not worried about the difficulty at the moment because we did have chances, we just didn't take them, and it has made it more realistic now, changing the formation, so I'm happy about that. And let's just see whether we can now beat West Ham, which will be very difficult on a world-class difficulty. Casper Sloth isn't happy about his playing time. We might have to change that, but I don't think it's right to change it in the West Ham game. So we might do it in the next league game. We'll just have to see. Now let's do some more play drills. Back in a second once I've decided on the players. Okay, here we are again. These are the players I've gone for. Gone for 4 strikers and 1 left back. So I've really gone for the attacking side of things in this week. And yeah, let's see how they get on really. Let's just see what sort of grades they come out with. D, B, C, B, D. Not too bad. Charlie Taylor got one of his attributes up, his slide tackle. Other than that though, that wasn't particularly great. We are going to hopefully try and get NG up to a 71 shortly, but at the moment that isn't happening. Okay, one of the strangest job offers you'll ever get really on FIFA. India want you, and I am obviously going to reject that one. Let's move on to the West Ham match, and is Dakara... Oh no, I thought Dakara was at West Ham then. He was actually at Charlton, but he didn't... I don't think he played actually in that game. Okay, this is the team I've gone for the West Ham match. It's a bit of a strange one. There's a few players that you'll probably think maybe I shouldn't be starting, like Heskey, Adeyemi, and maybe Buckley, but that is the team I've gone with. Heskey's in there because I really need some strong players against the West Ham defenders. It's going to be a tough match, this one, no doubt about it. I've decided to put Cook on the bench. He wasn't fully fit, so I thought I'd just do that for now. And that is the rest of the team. As you can see, let's pretty much get on with the game. Hopefully try and beat West Ham. We're obviously going to play the match. It's an away game. Let's see how we do. You've got to bear in mind I have beaten Man City, but it was on professional difficulty, so does it really count for much? We'll just have to see, really. I'm not too sure. Let's see, can we beat West Ham? Come on, let's see how we do. Dimitri Payet looks to be playing for West Ham. It's not going to be an easy game, this one. This will be a real test of how good we are, really. We'll just have to see how we get on, and it'll be an interesting one because we might well be playing against some of these teams next year. Obviously with different players, you'd imagine, but it could be a chance for us to kind of see how we get on against some of these bigger teams. Oh no, West Ham have got a very good chance here. Not too far away. Furtado? Not sure. Oh, Silvestri. Whew. No way. No way. He's just outjumped everyone. Winston Reid, I mentioned how strong their defenders were. And you know what? Our keeper has not done anything there, Silvestri. He's just beaten us to the header really easily. That's really strange. I've not seen that one happen yet. And we're losing 1-0 already. And that is it for the first half. We are still losing the game 1-0 at the moment. We do need to change something round. It's not quite working for us. We're not quite fast enough in the midfield. It's a bit strange. Heskey's actually probably the fastest one we've got in there, surprisingly. But yeah, I could do with actually having Dwight Gale on the bench. I made a little bit of a mistake and somehow missed him off the bench. So that's a little bit annoying. He can't be injured, is he, Dwight Gale? No, I just obviously missed him somehow. I don't know how I managed that. Anyway, we do have a few players to try and get into the team. Bataka is one of them. We're going to take off Buckley, who has not really had the best of games for us so far. And I think we also need to take off Alex Mowat again. He's not been great. We're going to bring on Lewis Cook, who's a little bit tired, but I still think he's going to perform better than Alex Mowat has been in the first half. So maybe I'm leaning a little bit harsh on him, but I still think Cook's probably going to do a better job in the midfield for us. Cook looking for NG. That's a brilliant ball through. NG, does he have enough strength? No. Players are too strong for him. Maybe we might need Chris Wood coming on very shortly, I think, to try and change this game round. I think I've just decided that we are going to resort to crosses now. I think that's our best option. The defence is too strong for us to just run through like we usually would. So we're going to go for crosses and hopefully try and maybe bring on Chris Wood in a minute or two to make a bit of an impact going forward. Okay, let's just get a cross into the middle. Berardi trying to find Chris Wood. Oh, what a chance that would have been. We're not going to get many more now, I won't imagine. We've not had many chances to cross the ball in, to be honest. So we just need one more, I think, and maybe just to try and get Chris Wood on the end of it. Let's have a chance here, please. Come on. Ugh, not a good enough cross. And that is it. We have lost the game 1-0. We have gone out of the cup. I suppose you kind of expect it against West Ham. It's a more of a realistic result, I suppose, but a little bit annoying. We have had... Okay, maybe we've not had any shots. I thought we had quite a few shots. Maybe not, but we did play a lot better in the second half anyway. Apparently we had 0 shots, 0 on target, which isn't great as a statistic, but I think we did actually quite well against West Ham there, and we were very unlucky. Chris Wood with that chance late on, which he probably should have got his head on. But it's kind of understandable. It was a Premier League team, we'll get over it, and as they say, we can now focus on the league, which we will absolutely do. Let's have a look at these scout reports again. These are some more players that were suggested or I decided to scout. Joe Allen looks a really good player. Shame he's on 60 grand a week. I think that's a little bit unrealistic. Jack Butland, I'd love to get him into the team as well. Yedlin also looks a very talented player. Whether I need him, don't really know. We do have a decent right back in Berardi and obviously Sam Byram as well who can play there. We've also got the Blackburn game that's coming up. But look at that news story. Wait, what did it say? New signing Bamba or something? New boy Bamba, a flop. Absolutely not. I think Bamba's been one of our better players, to be honest with you, in game. He's brilliant at the back. He was really making sure that Valencia wasn't getting much of a game in the last match. So I think he's actually doing quite well, Sol Bamba. I think they've been a little bit harsh on him just because we're conceding goals. But that is going to be pretty much it. I was tempted to play the Blackburn game, but we won't have enough time. I think we might actually have time to sim it, though. Just about. Let's see what sort of team I can quickly put together. We're going to go with, I think, we'll give NG a rest, actually. We'll go Chris Wood up top, and we'll go Sloth and Murphy to start in the game. Bataka out on the right, and yeah, that's the team we're going to go with. That's the bench. Let's see how we do. We are going to sim the match against Blackburn. A little bit risky, but hopefully we can get ourselves another win. Hopefully this is the game to get us back on track and in reach of QPR, who are 3 points ahead of us at the moment, so it'd be nice if they went and lost, saying that they went and scored in the first minute, but Chris Wood scored in the third minute to make it 1-0. Brilliant news for us, and then they go and equalise 21 minutes in, so not so good news. But anyway, Charlie Taylor has made it 2-1 now, and into the second half. We need to keep hold of this lead. We should be able to really. We are at home. We've got home advantage behind us. But let's just see. Do we have enough goal scorers on the pitch to see the rest of this game out? We do. Chris Wood's got his second off the match. That is it. We have won the game 3-1. Brilliant result. Do we move up in the league or get any closer to QPR? We actually do move up. We move up to 8th, which is pretty good. And we're now starting to have similar amount of points as the teams around us, which is even better. We're 6 points behind top of the league. But at the moment, we're actually only 3 points behind 5th in the league, who are in, obviously, the playoff places. So I think we're doing really well, actually, at the moment. 4 wins, 4 draws, 2 losses. I'm really happy with that. I'll take that any day. 16 points from 10 games. So that is going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this, then please hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe as well. That'd be really appreciated, as always. Let's try hit 15 or 20 likes on this episode. And let me know in the comments if you want me to do anything in particular in the next episode, which will be out on Wednesday, I think. Let me know in the comments and I'll feature your comment in the next episode. Thank you for watching and goodbye.